Hey there, Andrew here with the Reach Company. In this tutorial, we're going to be giving an overview of the events capability of the TTR website, as well as looking at adding an event of our own. There's two main kinds of events we're going to have. We're going to have one that links out to an external registration. Maybe you guys will have an event that goes to like Eventbrite or a Facebook RSVP. And then the other is RSVPing on the website, simple RSVP capability just for the numbers. And so to begin, let's go to the external registration. If you add a URL for registration, it will link out right here. This button will show up. And if you have one for RSVP, you can add the RSVP right here. And they can, this is the confirmation stuff for the RSVP. And they can add the number of guests that will be attending, and you can add a limit to how many people can RSVP there as well. And when they confirm, they'll get an email sent, and you'll know how many seats you have available now. To begin, we're going to go over to the back end, and so we're going to click on our dashboard. And I'm going to go ahead and click on events, and when I click events, it's going to bring up a list of all the events on our website. Your first time logging in, there's going to be a bunch of stuff here. As you can see, I only have the title, the attendees, and the start and end date showing. But the first time you log in, it's going to look something like this. There's going to be a lot of stuff that you don't need. It's going to look jumbled, and you can get overwhelmed. And so hopefully you watch this before you try to make an event, and you can get rid of some of these things to clear up your dashboard. And click Apply. And so I'm going to start an event from scratch, and to do that, I'm going to go to Add New, and this is going to bring up the event interface, and I will add the name of the event right here. I will add a short description of the event. I'm just going to paste that a few times. And then I have the events calendar right here, and so I'm going to select the date, let's say May 13th. It's my wife's birthday. And I'm going to have it go from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And it's going to end, of course, on that same day. Next, I'm going to select a location. So for my venue, I have Whitefield. I don't know if it's Whitfield or Whitefield, sorry. I have the Academy saved, but if I want to add another venue, I can type that in, and then it brings up the fields that I need to add another venue for this. I'm going to go back and just select the Academy. We're not really using organizer name or anything because the organizer for these kind of events is going to be 10,000 Reasons. You can actually get rid of that. And the event website, so here's where if I want to link out to Facebook or if I want to link out to Eventbrite, I would add that URL right here. So I'm just going to type in facebook.com. And basically you would copy, if you made an event on Facebook for a more forward-facing social media event, you would just take the link for that event and throw it in right here. And here maybe I want to add RSVP capability for my event. And so let me just click on settings first and see what happens here. So this gives me a few options. Really, it just lets me select an image for my tickets. I don't really worry about that. I don't really need it. The way it looks without it is what you saw a minute ago. It looks fine. So I'm going to cancel, but I'm going to add a new RSVP, and I'm just going to call this, I'm going to call it My Event RSVP. And I'm going to say the capacity is 75. And when I click on Advanced, it brings up a description for the ticket. So I'm just going to write my ticket description. Maybe you have a reason to have the capacity. Maybe you want to explain what it includes. And I want to start on April 16th at 12. And I want to end on May 11th. That's as long as people can RSVP at 12. And this lets me determine when I want to offer that RSVP capability. And so I want to save that RSVP. Next, I want to look at the event SEO settings. SEO is search engine optimization. If you've watched other tutorials, you've heard this already. Make sure to add a meta description. I usually just copy the synopsis of my event description and paste it in. And this lets people, for one, it lets Google and search engines see what my event is about. And two, if it gets shared on social media, this is the blurb that people see. I get to control what people see when it gets shared on social. Next is on the social tab here. I like to add an event image for this. And so when someone shares my event on social media, they will see this image instead of whatever image Facebook decides to pull from my post. Next, I can go over here. We haven't really worried about tags or categories with TTR events since there aren't many. They don't really need to be categorized or filtered. Next, I have the featured image. This will be the background image for the event, basically. And I like that image. Let's select it. Set the featured image. And once I've done that, I'm going to come up here and click Publish. When I publish this, I can go up here and let's go view it. And the name of the event is right there. My date and times, my location. If someone wants to get directions, they can click here. It's free, and they can go to Facebook and register there. Or tickets will be available on April 16th, 2019, so they can come back and RSVP when that is available. Maybe I want to change the RSVP date, and so what I can do is come back over here to the back end, and I can edit my RSVP. And I can change the start sale to whatever today is. It's like, here, I'm just going to change it March 1st. I can't remember what today is, but I know it's past March. And I'm going to update. And as that's updating, I can come back over to this event page and refresh it. And when it refreshes, the tickets now show right here, and I can RSVP right there. So that is how to manage the event, how to change all the relevant information, add a URL for people to register, as well as control your RSVPs. Here in just a second, we're going to go to the back end, and what we're going to do is, let me confirm an RSVP here. And when I do that, I can also manage my RSVPs on the back end. Basically, for an event, you can come to this and you'll see the attendees. And so let me click on the attendees right here, and this should pull up my RSVPs for this event. And you can see primary information. Here's my name, my email, and my status is going. And you can check a little further. You guys probably don't need this, but you can check them in if need be as well. And this just shows the information for the RSVPs. One RSVP is going. There means there's 74 more available. Going, not going, and you can control your attendees all right here from one area.